Good afternoon and welcome back everybody to yet another edition of our weekly wine tasting at Dimas Wine Shop and Tasting Room. I'm your sommelier Dylan, and let's talk a little bit about this tasting. This week has been, I think or the whole theme I should say, is all based on wines that are going to go with your holiday meal. But Cooper and I went through this tasting, and I personally think it's a little bit higher above and just a tick higher in quality of what we normally pour. Now, let's talk about this first one, the Cliff Lady. All right, the Cliff Lady is a Sauvignon Blanc, comes out of Napa Valley. It is 91% Sauvignon Blanc, 7% Semillon, and 2% Sauvignon Vert, which Sauvignon Vert, if many of you haven't heard, is the same thing that the Italians call Friulano, is the same grape. 6,500 cases made, so it's not like it's a super small production. But I think what Cliff Lady does really well is they've got some meticulous winemaking standards. This particular one went through 50% stainless steel, 44% on French oak, on neutral French oak, and then 6% went into concrete eggs. No malolactic fermentation and a daily batonnage. Batonnage just means that you're stirring the lees. Now, this is going to go great with a lot of your appetizers because it still has a lot of that bright acidity, but it's real tropical on the nose and real tropical on on the mid palate. Lemon, peach, white blossoms. It's minerally because of the concrete eggs that it's aged in, and also has like this real like gardenia, jasmine-y kind of white blossom quality to it. Love this wine. Super high quality. I'm a big fan of what they're doing. Next, we have a really old winery out of the Alsace region of France, which Alsace used to belong to the Germans. So for any of you that have visited Alsace, you'll know that it's very Germanic, but it's very Germanic in tradition, but very French in the way that they do things now. But we've got a non-vintage Cremant. This is a Cremant d'Alsace. Now remember, in France, anything that's not Champagne out of the Champagne region is considered a Cremant. So we got Cremant d'Alsace, 100% Pinot Noir. This winery was founded in 1425. Great versatile wine. It'll go good with any appetizers. It'll go great with, with a big heavy meal, or you could do it with a cheese and charcuterie. Okay, 9 months on the lees, done method champenois, which just means that secondary fermentation takes place in the bottle. It's crisp, it's strawberry, watermelony, and minerally. Absolutely delicious. I really think you're going to enjoy this. Next, moving on, we're going into a kosher wine, which what we've got here is we've got the 2011. This is the House of Hafner. It's an Austrian wine, Pinot Noir. These grapes come from about a 30-minute drive southeast of Vienna. They say they do it on oak for 30 months. I tasted this wine just a little while ago, and then when we were originally tasting it, and it doesn't taste like 30 months on oak, but they're saying that it is, so it must be a real neutral oak. But I think it would be outstanding if you were going to do like let's say some light meats. I think this would go great with some chicken or some turkey that you were going to do on Christmas. Next we go on to the Merlot, the Sebastiani 2011 Merlot. 76% Merlot, 9% Syrah, 9% Petit Verdot, and 2% or so Cabernet Sauvignon. It comes out of vineyards out of Dry Creek, Alexander, Sonoma, and Chalk Hill. 15-day fermentation. It's done fairly warm to extract a lot of those flavors. The aging is done on a combination of American and Hungarian oak. Great with herb lamb chops. So once again, I just tried this wine just minutes before, and one of the things I was thinking of was if you were to take lamb chops, you could either grill them or you could just roast them in the oven. But this would be great if you were to do just like an herb crust over it with a little rosemary, some thyme, and maybe some oregano. I think that'd be a winner. As far as flavors go, profile, think about black cherries, toffee, kind of a little bit mild oak, and definitely some fresh plums. So there's some stone fruit qualities in here for sure. And then I love this next wine. This next wine, I can't talk about Muscardini and what Michael Muscardini does. He does a lot of single vineyard, which I think is probably primarily what he does. Only 188 cases of this made. So this is Zinfandel, 100% Zinfandel, It comes from southern Sonoma Valley, and it comes from a vineyard called La Chamizal is the name of the vineyard. Goes through a 3-day cold soak in order to extract the flavors, 14-day fermentation, 12 months on oak, of which 30% is new. But if you're looking for something that's complex, it's spicy, got a lot of fruit, flavors, aged fruit, dry fruit, fresh fruit, stone fruit, berries. It's got everything in it. Very complex, absolutely delicious. In fact, I think I'm going to change my Christmas menu just because of this wine. This wine would go so well with braised meat, so if you wanted to do like an ossobuco, or if you wanted to do braised short ribs, or even a braised leg of lamb, this would be an absolute winner. So think about that, and if you're going to do braised meats, you do not want to pass up on this wine. Michael Muscardini, Los Chazimal out of Sonoma. This is his Zinfandel effort, outstanding. He does a few more, but this is my favorite. And then last but not least, we got the Barrique, the 2012 Barrique Cabernet Sauvignon. Long cold soak, and it goes through a 43-day maceration period, which is how it extracts a lot of those flavors. It comes from southern Alexander Valley. When you look at the fruit on this, it's a combination of stone fruit, dried berries, fresh berries, nice and complex. If you're going to do prime rib, by all means, this is where you want to go. I'd go prime rib here, braised meats here, maybe some sort of chicken or turkey here. And then this, you can think about salads and appetizers with these two wines. Just some things to talk about coming up. On New Year's Eve, we're going to be doing some premium pours by the glass. So if you're looking for premium glasses of wine or premium champagnes, we'll be doing those here on New Year's Eve. Typically, we wrap it up here between 8 and 9. So if you don't have any plans and you want to call it an early night, this is a great place to come. Or make plans and still come and go to a party afterwards. Then, remember that our French classes start January 5th. We'll go for 5 weeks. The first week is Rhone Valley, then we go into Burgundy, then we go into Loire, and then we finish up with Champagne and Bordeaux. So it's 5 weeks on Monday nights, 6 to 8:30, 45 for club members, 50 for non. And right here at the wine shop. We'll be doing it, if we can do it out on the patio, we've got a lot of heaters out there. If we can do it out on the patio, great. If not, if it's raining or whatever the case is, we'll just bring it inside and we'll arrange the seating to accommodate everybody here. So, hope you enjoyed this tasting. I really like this tasting. So happy holidays from everyone here at the shop, and we look forward to seeing you this week. Cheers.